All right. I'm the Shock Exchange. This is Trump and the GE, of course. I'm asking everybody to subscribe to the channel, like and share the videos so we can spread the content. Thank you. This is CNN Televises most embarrassing take on O.J. Simpson. It was announced yesterday that O.J. Simpson died from cancer at the age of 76. I knew he was sick. I knew he had cancer. I didn't know how bad it was because he looked relatively healthy. He'd been on blogs and been tweeting for a while and been on alternative news sites for a while. To just die all of a sudden, it was kind of shocking. He's probably one of the greatest football players ever, but he'll be remembered for having been acquitted of killing his wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her companion, Ron Goldman. It's a very controversial verdict. It polarized the country, divided the country between black and white. Blacks thought, a lot of blacks thought he was innocent. A lot of whites thought he was guilty and should have been prosecuted. Should have been found guilty. And people are still talking about the trial. It just shows how divided the country was and still remains. And people are still salty over it. There have been some interesting takes after it was announced that he died. Some people give their condolences to the Simpson family. Others made comments like Nicole Brown Simpson's killer has finally died. But one of the most embarrassing takes came from CNN. I'm going to share a clip now.
It's not like O.J. Simpson was the leader of the civil rights movement of his era. You know, he wasn't a social justice leader, but he represented something for the Black community in that moment, in that trial, particularly because there were two white people who had been killed, and the history around how Black people have been persecuted during slavery. There were just so many layers. And I guess I would just close with this, is that there was racial tension then, there is racial tension now. It might not be the backdrop of the Trump campaign, but until this country is ready to actually have an honest conversation about the racial dynamics from our origin story till today, we will always have moments like O.J. Simpson that manifest, and our country will always be divided if we don't actually deal with the issue of race.
Okay, this is cringeworthy, and I'm surprised that CNN even allowed this thing to be televised. First of all, you have this black person I've never seen before. I don't know who she is. I don't even know if she's even from a black neighborhood. She has melanin in her skin, and you know it's fugazi because the first thing out of her mouth is things like the black community, like it's a monolith. And when these people go on TV and say things like my people and our people and the black community, as if it's a monolith, you know it's a trick bag. In the movie American Fiction, made a parody of people like this lady who go on TV speaking for black folks, unprompted. She looks like she's around her early to mid 30s. This lady is probably a toddler when the O.J. Simpson verdict came out. How did she know so much about O.J. Simpson and the verdict and the different players and how black folks felt at the time? She was a child, maybe even a toddler. How does she know so much about it? I'm curious. I don't know this lady. I don't know anybody who knows her. I don't know any black people I know who know this lady. Nobody asked her to go on national TV and speak for black folks. I didn't ask her to speak for me. I didn't ask her to speak. No blind and black community asked her to speak for them and represent them. She was propped up by CNN or some other big institution who don't know any black folks. I'm not even sure this lady's even from a black neighborhood. And she keeps saying the black community, blah, 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 how the black community felt or how the black community feels. Has she done a survey? Has this lady done a survey? Has she done any statistics? Has she collected any data, any real data? Is she even qualified to collect data and analyze data on black folks or anybody else? I'm curious. She's just going there talking about the black community and people just taking her word for it. She made these statements about OJ wasn't a civil rights leader. That's laughable. There were people saying OJ didn't even deal with black folks. To say he wasn't a civil rights leader didn't even have to be said. And lastly, she said something about blacks were interested because 2 white people were killed, as if they were more interested in the case, or as if they were elated that 2 black people were killed. This is the most embarrassing take on OJ Simpson I've heard. It's no wonder CNN's ratings are so low. This is why you had Trump and the G, where we give real information and real news to people. So that's basically it. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you.